Hey, so a little bit of story time. I haven't jumped on here in a while. Um, anyways, tonight I was having a really bad headache, really tired, and feeling a little sick. And I felt like I should just go to the gym, sweat some of it out, and then come home, go to sleep, spend time with God, etc., etc. But then my friend asked me to go to the movies with her tonight, and so I was like, okay, that would actually be kind of fun. I asked God about it, and God was like, no, I don't want you to go. I want you to spend time with me. And I was like, really? Like, come on. And God was like, no, like, are you going to obey me? And I was like, okay, yes, I'm going to obey. I'm going to get time with you. I know that time with you is always amazing. And, like, always something awesome happens when I'm spending time with you. Like, you always are showing me something from your word. So, so like, okay, I'm going to do what you said. So I'm driving home. On my way home, I passed by a girl, and the Lord's like, hey, you should go say hi to her. And I was like, what am I even going to say? And God's like, go get a gospel tract and write your name and number on it. And then he like put in my head like the idea of saying to her, I don't ever want a woman to feel like she's alone. So if you ever just need a friend, like, I live in the neighborhood. My name's Amanda. Here's my number. So I was like, okay, this is super awkward, but I'll do it. So I go home. I ask God which gospel tract to grab. I grab that gospel tract. I write my name and number on it. And I head out to find this girl who's walking. Well, I don't find her, but I see a mom with two little girls. So I drive over there. I give her the little gospel tract with my number on it. I was like, hey, like, I don't ever want a mama to feel like she's alone. I live in the neighborhood on this street and blah, blah, blah. So, like, if you ever feel like you just need a friend, like, I'm here. And she was like, oh, thanks, blah, blah, blah. We got to chatting for a few minutes, talked about why we're here in Fayetteville and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then, I thought to myself, she probably is never going to text me because she probably thinks I'm a crazy nut. But at least I did it. Well, then I keep driving. I see another mom with two daughters, and the Lord was like, I want you to do it to them too. And I was like, oh, really? So I went home and pulled up in my driveway. I was fighting the Lord. And I was like, God, please don't make me do this again. I'm exhausted. I have a headache. I just want to go to the bed. Like, I don't want to do this. And they probably think I'm crazy anyway. I don't want to do this. Please, Lord. And God had put, last night he had told me he wanted me to listen to a specific sermon. And so I did. And then today he was like, it was going through my head. It was like, I am sending you. I'm sending you, Amanda. Are you going to say yes? Because I'm going to do wonderful things. And I'll give you the words to say. I'll go with you. So I was like, okay, like, I'll obey you. And plus, I have learned at this point that my disobedience only hurts me, you know? Like, but when I obey him, I get to experience him and I get to see cool things. Even if the cool thing is that I feel the presence of the Lord. It's worth it. It's worth it. So anyways, I go and I drive up to the second mom with two girls and introduce myself, give her my name and number, blah, blah, blah. She says right away, like, this is actually pretty cool because I don't really have any friends in the area. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. So she says she's going to text me. Well, I go back home. By the time I get back to my house, I'm like wiped. I'm already tired, had this headache. I wanted to be done the whole time. I didn't want to do it, you know. But at this point, I'm like, okay, I got to tell Jesus, praise him, and I'm going to make a video about it. Well, right as I was about to make this video, I see the second mom and her two girls walking up. And I was like, oh, well, I should just get out and tell her, like, this is my house. Like, welcome to my house, whatever, whatever. So we didn't go inside or anything, but we were just talking outside. I ended up walking with her home, and we walked like an hour through our neighborhood, talking, sharing our stories, blah, 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 talking about God. It was just very, very clear and evident that God was the one orchestrating all of this. Oh, I forgot to tell you that also, when I had come back to the house the first time, I had passed by the girl with the dog who God had first told me to give it to, so I was able to give her one. So anyways, I don't know about her. We didn't talk much. It was just like a handing off and whatever. So anyways, I walked with this girl for like an hour. We talked about Jesus. We talked about all these things. It was like super cool. I was very encouraged, and it's just very clear that the Lord was the one that was part of this. So, like my work got canceled for tonight, and then I didn't go to that movie because I obeyed God. And then I ended up turning around to give the card. And, like, because I'm obeying Him and all these little steps, these things are happening, you know? So, when I get home, I'm expecting the mom that I walked with for an hour to have texted me because she said, I'm going to text you as soon as I get inside so we have each other's numbers. Okay, but then I look at my phone, and the number was actually from the first mom I talked to, who I thought would think I was just crazy and would never text me. And she said, this was from God. I thank you so much. We were praying. She said, I've been praying with my daughters every night that God would give us a blessing while Daddy's away on training. And she's like, tonight you were that blessing. And then I was like, you're kidding me. Like, I didn't know. I mean, for heaven's sake, I wanted to go to bed. I wanted to go to this movie. I want to do all these other things. But God had a plan, and because I obeyed Him, I got to be part of that plan. And these women's lives could potentially be changed forever. Who knows? And at least they know that Jesus was thinking about them. At least they know that God is alive and real and seeking them, you know? Like, I'm not making these things up. I didn't want to do it. I didn't even want to do it. So I'm very thankful. I still have a headache. I'm still exhausted. I mean, look at me. I look horrible. But I'm just so thankful. And God has been repeating to me lately, eyes to see, ears to hear, heart to understand. And I had ears to hear Him today. And I decided to obey Him. And when you obey, He can trust you with more things. Because I obeyed Him the first time, He knew He could trust me to tell me the second time, I want you to do it. Even though I fought Him. I don't think He cares that we fight. I think that He cares that we obey or not. You know, at the end of the day, He wants us to obey. Actually, there's a parable about two sons, and a father tells them, hey, go out and do this job. The first son says, okay, I'll go do it. And the second son says, no, I'm not going to. But the first son who said, okay, I'll do it, never does. The second son who says, no, I'm not going to, actually turns around and does it. And it says, God is pleased with the second son because he actually obeyed. The first son he is displeased with because he was dishonorable, disobedient, rebellious. So I'm thankful that God's teaching me. Not perfect, never will be, but I'm thankful for this opportunity to obey God and to be part of His work and to show somebody that He's alive. So that's my story for today. Thanks for listening.